This video did not exist in your reality until you directed your conscious attention toward it. You pulled it from the infinite sea of possibilities right into your current timeline. Today, we are going to explore a phenomenon so delicate, yet so incredibly powerful, that it shatters everything you thought you knew about the physical world. We are talking about the quantum observer effect, the unseen field of energy, and what is truly happening on a metaphysical level when a butterfly decides to land on you. I promise you, by the end of our time together today, you will no longer see yourself as a passive participant in this world, but as the supreme, undisputed creator of your own reality. Tell me, have you ever felt a strange, electric stillness when a wild creature suddenly approached you, as if time itself had stopped just for you? To truly understand the magnitude of this experience, we must first look past the illusion of solid matter. In the esoteric framework of the universe, what we call the quantum field is an invisible, vibrating web of infinite potential. Every possible event, every timeline, and every version of your life exists right now as a suspended wave of probability. Nothing is fixed, nothing is set in stone. It all remains in a state of chaotic potential until a conscious presence observes it. Observation, in this mystical sense, is not just looking with your physical eyes. It is the active, magnetic force of your soul projecting an expectation onto the canvas of the universe. When you observe, you force that infinite wave to collapse into one single, solid, physical event. You are not watching the world happen. You are actively commanding the world to take shape through the sheer gravity of your focused consciousness. Have you ever stopped to truly consider what is happening when a wild creature, completely untamed and driven by the subtle currents of nature, chooses you as its resting place? Think about the sheer statistical impossibility of this event. In a world of infinite physical locations, a butterfly, carrying its own unique vibrational signature, has pinpointed your exact coordinates in space and time. But this is not a random occurrence born of blind chance. What you are experiencing in that delicate, breathless moment is a profound intersection of two distinct energy fields. The butterfly operates in what we can call a low-energy observer state. It does not carry the heavy, dense baggage of human anxiety, doubt, or the desperate need to control the future. It simply exists, riding the invisible waves of the quantum field with absolutely zero resistance. When it lands on your hand, your shoulder, or your knee, it brings that state of pure, unadulterated being directly into your localized reality. For a fraction of a second, the overwhelming noise of your daily life is completely suspended. You stop worrying about tomorrow. You stop regretting yesterday. You are pulled entirely into the breathtaking reality of the present moment. And it is precisely in this gap between your thoughts that the magic happens. Your consciousness aligns with its gentle frequency, and together you create a microscopic point of perfect harmony in the fabric of the universe. But what if I told you that this moment of connection is actually a profound lesson in manifestation? The low-energy observer field of the butterfly is the exact state of consciousness required to bend reality to your will. As humans, we often try to force our desires into existence. We push, we struggle, and we project a high-stress frequency into the quantum field. This resistance only scrambles the wave of probability, pushing our desired outcomes further away. The butterfly, however, represents the ultimate state of surrender. It does not force the wind, it allows the wind to carry it. By stepping into your auric field, it acts as an energetic tuning fork. It is demonstrating the frequency of allowance. In that brief encounter, the universe is offering you a physical blueprint of how you must feel to collapse your deepest desires into reality. You're being asked to drop the struggle and enter a state of effortless receiving. When you witness this tiny creature resting upon you, you are absorbing its vibrational template. You are learning that true power does not come from forceful manipulation, but from a state of calm, centered observation. It is a gentle reminder that the universe responds best when you are at peace, aligned, and open to the infinite possibilities that surround you every single day. Let us dive deeper into the mechanics of collapsing the wave function. In quantum physics, a particle exists in multiple states simultaneously until it is measured or observed. In our esoteric understanding, your life is the particle, and your consciousness is the measurement. When the butterfly lands on you, a very specific timeline is collapsing out of the ether. Out of millions of parallel realities where that butterfly flew past you, or landed on a nearby flower, or was carried away by a sudden gust of wind, the one reality that solidified was the one where you two connected. Why? Because your energetic signature in that exact microsecond was a perfect match for the event. You were the localized coordinate that anchored that specific wave of probability. This means that, whether you realize it or not, you were emitting a frequency that invited a moment of pure grace. This is evidence that your aura is not a closed system. It is continuously broadcasting signals into the void, and the void is continuously responding by solidifying physical matter around you. The butterfly is merely the universe waving back at you, acknowledging that your broadcast has been received and answered in the most beautiful way possible. It is crucial to understand why you were the specific coordinate for this collapse. The universe does not deal in random accidents or meaningless coincidences. Everything is a vibrational match. If you are vibrating at a frequency of chaos, fear, or profound lack, your energetic field repels delicate, harmonious manifestations. But in the moments leading up to that fragile landing, your vibration shifted. Perhaps you took a deep breath. Perhaps you briefly let go of a heavy thought. Perhaps you simply allowed yourself to feel a fleeting sense of gratitude for the warmth of the sun. In that tiny window of pure alignment, your frequency spiked. You became an energetic magnet for beauty. The butterfly, acting as an extension of the cosmic mind, was drawn to that spike. It recognized a safe harbor in the turbulent sea of human emotion. This proves that you possess the innate ability to shift your frequency at any given moment. You do not need years of intense meditation to touch the divine. You only need a single moment of genuine surrender. And in that moment, you become a beacon for the miraculous, pulling extraordinary events out of the unseen world and directly onto your physical timeline. This leads us to shatter the illusion of randomness in the universe. Society conditions us to believe that life is just a series of disconnected, chaotic events happening to us. But quantum entanglement suggests a deeply interwoven reality where everything is connected to everything else. The flutter of those wings was mathematically and energetically linked to the beating of your heart. When you experience this, you are witnessing the underlying architecture of creation, exposing itself. The matrix is briefly revealing its source code to you. It tells you that there are no empty spaces in the universe. There is only the field, alive and pulsating with intelligence. The butterfly is a localized expression of that infinite intelligence, sent to deliver a message directly to your soul. The message is simple, but profoundly disruptive to the sleeping mind. You are seen. You are connected. You are orchestrating this dance. Once you accept that randomness is an illusion, you can never go back to being a victim of circumstance. You begin to look at every encounter, every delay, every sudden change in plans as a highly orchestrated maneuver by your higher self to bring you exactly what you need for your ultimate expansion. Notice the stark difference between human consciousness and animal presence. The human mind is often trapped in a high-resistance loop. We obsess over past traumas and agonize over future scenarios that have not even happened yet. We are constantly generating a dense, turbulent field that blocks the natural flow of abundance. Nature, however, operates entirely in the present tense. A butterfly does not regret the caterpillar stage, nor does it fear the end of its short lifespan. It is the embodiment of pure being. When it enters your space, it forces a short circuit in your human anxiety loop. For that fleeting moment, you cannot be anywhere else but exactly where you are. You hold your breath, you quiet your mind, you become perfectly still so as not to startle it. Without realizing it, You have just matched the frequency of pure being. This is exactly how you must approach your grandest manifestations. If you want to draw wealth, profound love, or radical healing into your life, you must stop attacking the quantum field with your desperation. You must adopt the innocence and the non-resistance of the wild creature, allowing your desires to land upon you without chasing them away with your fears. Think of the moment of impact. It is a timeline shift disguised as a delicate pause. When the tiny feet of the butterfly touch your skin, a metaphysical bridge is formed. In that exact second, your old timeline, the one filled with whatever mundane worries you were carrying 5 minutes prior, dissolves. A new timeline is instantly generated. This new path is subtly infused with the energy of wonder, synchronicity, and divine timing. You might not feel the earth shake, and the sky will not change color, but on a quantum level, the trajectory of your entire life has been slightly altered by a fraction of a degree. Over time, that tiny shift in trajectory leads to an entirely different destiny. You might feel a sudden urge to call an old friend. You might have a spontaneous idea for a new creative project. You might simply walk back into your house with a renewed sense of peace that diffuses an impending argument. These are the ripple effects of the quantum pause. The universe used a tiny winged messenger to hit the reset button on your reality, steering you away from a timeline of density and gently nudging you toward a timeline of elevated consciousness. Recognizing this state of pure being is essential because it resets your entire nervous system. Your physical body is a biological antenna that constantly interprets the signals from the quantum field. When you are stressed, your antenna is tuned to a static-filled station, manifesting physical tension, illness, and exhaustion. The sudden, magical appearance of a butterfly acts as an energetic shockwave that clears the static. As you watch it rest upon you, your brain waves literally shift from the rapid, stressful beta state into the calm, healing alpha state. Your heart rate slows down, your cortisol levels drop. The field of pure being is not just a philosophical concept, it is a profound, physiological healing mechanism. The universe is using the beauty of nature to administer a dose of quantum medicine. In this relaxed state, the energetic grid of your body is realigned. Your chakras, the energy centers of your body, spin in greater harmony. You are being recalibrated to hold a higher frequency of light. This is why you feel so deeply touched and inexplicably joyful after such an encounter. Your body has just remembered its natural, divine state of perfect equilibrium. We must view the butterfly as a biological feedback loop from the quantum field itself. It is a mirror reflecting your inner state of grace back to you. When you are doing the inner work, meditating, clearing limiting beliefs and raising your vibration, you often wonder if it is actually making a difference. The physical reality can sometimes be slow to catch up to the energetic shifts you are making. The field needs a way to give you immediate, undeniable feedback. It sends you a sign. It sends you a living, breathing symbol of transformation and delicate beauty. When it lands on you, the universe is loudly applauding your progress. It is saying, yes, your frequency has shifted. Yes, you are becoming lighter. Yes, you are shedding the cocoon of your old self. This feedback is crucial because it builds your faith in the unseen mechanics of creation. Once you recognize this biological feedback, you will start seeing it everywhere. A sudden rainbow, a specific sequence of numbers, a perfectly timed song on the radio, these are not random. They are the field actively communicating with you, confirming that your new, elevated frequency is successfully collapsing beautiful realities into your daily experience. Synchronicity is the native language of the universe. The logical mind demands words, contracts, and hard physical evidence, but the soul speaks the language of symbols, perfect timing, and sudden flashes of resonance. When a butterfly lands on you, it is a masterclass in synchronicity. It is the universe speaking to you in its mother tongue. To understand this language, you must stop trying to analyze the event with your intellect and start feeling it with your heart. What were you thinking about right before it happened? What question were you asking the universe in the quiet depths of your mind? The arrival of the butterfly is often a direct answer to that unspoken question. It is a cosmic confirmation. If you were doubting your path, it is a sign to trust the process. If you were feeling lonely, it is a reminder that you are intimately connected to the fabric of all life. This is how the masters navigate reality. They do not rely solely on five sensory data. They read the signs. They interpret the synchronicities. They understand that the external world is just a reflection of the internal dialogue, and every anomalous event is a highly specific message meant only for their eyes. Have you ever experienced a sudden wave of déjà vu during these quiet, magical moments? Déjà vu is often misunderstood as a simple glitch in the brain's memory center, but in quantum psychology, it is recognized as a moment of timeline convergence. When you experience that strange, profound feeling that this exact moment has happened before, it is because your current physical consciousness has just aligned perfectly with the blueprint of your higher self. You are exactly where you planned to be before you incarnated into this physical body. The butterfly landing acts as a trigger for this remembrance. In that split second, the veil between the physical dimension and the soul realm is momentarily lifted. You remember, on a cellular level, the grand design of your life. The sudden clarity that washes over you is the downloading of higher dimensional data into your physical brain. You are receiving an upgrade in consciousness. This is why these moments feel so incredibly sacred and nostalgic. You are not just experiencing a beautiful bug, you are experiencing a brief, explosive reunion with the infinite part of yourself that orchestrates the stars and guides the winds. Now the vital question becomes, how do you actively use this state of pure being to manifest and consciously create your reality? The secret lies in capturing the feeling of that moment and carrying it with you. You cannot always wait for a physical butterfly to appear to enter the state of non-resistance. You must learn to summon that exact frequency at will. Close your eyes and recall the breathless stillness. Remember the complete absence of doubt. Feel the gentle, trusting connection. When you can generate this feeling independently of external circumstances, you become a master creator. You can direct this low-energy, highly magnetic field toward your financial goals, your relationships, and your physical health. When you visualize your desired outcome from this state of pure being, you are not forcing the universe to bend to your ego. Instead, you are placing your desire into the quantum field with the same delicate trust as a butterfly resting on a flower. You drop the heavy resistance of needing it to happen, and you adopt the serene knowing that it is already done. This is the ultimate manifestation technique, taught to you silently by nature itself. We must also understand the role of deep emotion in locking in this new timeline. A thought sends the electrical signal into the quantum field, but it is the emotion that acts as the magnetic force, drawing the physical manifestation back to you. When the butterfly chooses you, the dominant emotion is usually awe, wonder, or pure joy. These are among the highest vibrating frequencies in the human emotional spectrum. They are the cosmic glue that binds your intention to physical matter. If you want to lock in the timeline where you are prosperous, radiantly healthy, and deeply loved, you must bathe your thoughts in these high-level emotions. You cannot manifest a joyous life from a state of bitterness or frustration. The universe responds to the magnetic pull of your heart, not just the electrical chatter of your brain. The butterfly teaches you that true manifestation is an act of romance with the universe. It is a delicate, beautiful dance of energy. By cultivating a daily practice of awe and wonder, even for the simplest things, you keep your magnetic field incredibly strong, pulling continuous miracles into your orbit with effortless grace. When the wave function collapses in this beautiful way, it also serves to erase the weight of the past. The quantum field does not know your history. It does not care about your past failures, your heartbreaks, or your mistakes. It only responds to the precise frequency you are emitting right now, in this exact microsecond. The butterfly does not ask for your resume before it lands. It responds only to the pure, unburdened presence you are holding in that moment. This is a profound revelation for your own life. You are only bound by your past because you continuously choose to drag its dense energy into your present observations. If you want to radically change your reality, you must drop the story of who you used to be. You must approach the canvas of your life with the same innocence and amnesia as the wild creature. The moment you stop observing your past trauma, it ceases to have power over your physical reality. You become a blank slate, a pure vessel for new, magnificent possibilities to collapse into your experience. You are born anew in every single moment of conscious presence. Let us apply this observer effect directly to your daily manifestations, such as wealth and love. Most people approach wealth with a high resistance frequency of lack and desperation. They observe their empty bank accounts, and by doing so, they collapse the wave of probability into more poverty. They approach love with a deep fear of rejection, observing their loneliness, and thereby manifesting more isolation. The lesson of the butterfly is the exact opposite. To manifest wealth, you must embody the low-energy state of pure abundance. You must feel prosperous without the physical evidence, observing the world as a place of infinite resources. To manifest love, you must become the frequency of love, observing the beauty in yourself and others without the desperate need for validation. When you observe your life from a state of wholeness and peace, the quantum field has no choice but to mirror that wholeness back to you in the form of physical money, perfect health, and devoted partners. You become the serene landing pad for all the blessings the universe has been trying to deliver to you. The struggle ends when the true observation begins. There is a dangerous trap that many spiritual seekers fall into, and that is the trap of overanalyzing. The moment you try to dissect the magic with your logical mind, you destroy the quantum potential. If the butterfly lands on you, and you immediately start taking photos, worrying about lighting, or trying to logically deduce the wind currents that brought it there, you instantly drop out of the state of pure being. You re-engage the high-resistance, dense frequency of the human ego. The same rule applies to your manifestations. When you plant a seed in the quantum field, you cannot constantly dig it up to see if it is growing. You cannot obsess over the how and the when. Overanalyzing is a form of doubt, and doubt collapses the wave back into the timeline of failure. You must learn the art of letting go. You must trust the unseen mechanics of the universe completely. The true power lies in making your observation, feeling the joyous emotion, and then releasing it entirely into the void. You must let the butterfly fly away without trying to trap it in a jar. Freedom and trust are the ultimate accelerators for any manifestation. As you integrate these truths, you gradually become a walking collapse of infinite possibilities. You no longer wait for reality to happen to you, you happen to reality. As you move through your day, holding this elevated, low-resistance frequency, your mere presence begins to alter the physical world around you. You will notice that people treat you differently. They are drawn to your calm, magnetic aura. Opportunities will seem to appear out of thin air. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will mysteriously dissolve before you even reach them. You are actively organizing the chaotic quantum soup into a masterpiece of synchronized events. You become a deliberate creator, conscious of the fact that every thought, every lingering emotion, and every focused gaze is a paintbrush stroke on the canvas of existence. You walk with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the secret code of the matrix. You understand that the outer world is not solid and intimidating. It is a fluid, responsive mirror that eagerly awaits the gentle command of your focused observation. This is exactly how the top 1% of conscious creators use these micro-moments. They do not dismiss the small signs. They do not brush off the gentle nudges of the universe as mere coincidences. They recognize that mastering the small collapses is the key to mastering the massive reality shifts. They use the appearance of a butterfly, a synchronistic number, or a sudden intuitive hit as an anchor point to reaffirm their power. While the majority of humanity is sleepwalking, reacting blindly to the news, the economy, and the drama of society, the awakened creator is playing a completely different game. They are operating behind the scenes, at the energetic root of reality. They know that if they can hold the frequency of pure being when a tiny insect lands on them, they can hold that same frequency when a $1 million idea drops into their mind, or when the love of their life walks into the room. They treat every moment of divine connection as practice for holding immense power. You are invited today to join this rare echelon of minds. You are invited to stop reacting to the illusion and start directing the quantum field with absolute authority. And we must not forget the ripple effect. When your consciousness shifts and you collapse a higher timeline for yourself, you do not just change your own life. You are intricately connected to the global field of human consciousness. Every time you choose pure being over anxiety, you lighten the energetic load of the entire planet. Your localized moment of peace radiates outward, subtly raising the vibration of your city, your country, and the collective mind of humanity. The universe uses you as a grounding rod to anchor higher dimensional light into the physical density of Earth. By allowing yourself to experience the magic of the butterfly, you are performing a profound act of service to the world. You are demonstrating that harmony is possible. You are proving that the quantum field responds to love and stillness. In a world addicted to chaos and fear, your calm, sovereign energy is the most revolutionary force in existence. You become a beacon, silently giving others the energetic permission to drop their own resistance and remember who they truly are. So, how will you prepare for the next sign? How will you hold the frequency of the Creator as you step back into your daily routine? The key is continuous, gentle awareness. Do not strain your eyes looking for butterflies or chasing synchronicities. That is just another form of resistance. Instead, cultivate a quiet readiness within your heart. Know with absolute certainty that the field is always listening, always organizing, and always responding to your dominant vibration. When the next beautiful anomaly occurs, whether it is an animal, a perfect stranger smiling at you, or a sudden brilliant flash of intuition, do not dismiss it. Pause. Breathe into it. Acknowledge the incredible metaphysical mechanics that brought that moment to you. Smile at the universe, knowing that it is smiling directly back at you. You are not a tiny, insignificant speck in a cold, random cosmos. You are the universe itself, experiencing its own magnificence through the focal point of your human body. Step fully into that power today and watch as the reality around you miraculously transforms to reflect the divine light you hold within. The ultimate truth is this: you are not in reality. You are reality, experiencing and observing itself from a singular, beautiful point of consciousness. Every butterfly, every breeze, every synchronicity is a reflection of your own infinite nature collapsing into the physical world. You are the supreme creator of your experience, and the quantum field is your willing servant, waiting for your gentle command. If this revelation has sparked an awakening within your soul, honor that energy right now. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button to lock in this new frequency, and I want you to claim your power in the comments below. Write this exact phrase: I am the observer, creating my reality. Let this be your energetic signature on the digital fabric of this world. Now tell me, what sudden signs, animals, or synchronicities have you noticed in your life recently that proved the universe was listening to you? Share your quantum moments below. Until next time, hold your frequency high and watch the miracles unfold.